Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna summarize the first strategies that I run and others as well, and I'm gonna tell you what are the results, what to expect, and what I think that it's best to do at this moment, right? So just have in mind, this is not yet completed project and more tests are required, and these numbers are also, let's say, not particularly what you can expect, right? So the first strategy that I tested, and you can see in here, was a single golden oil, triple silver oil, double opal oil, and triple teal oil, right? So it was basically a no-brainer. The first 50 maps I ran in this setup were quite profitable, but as you can see, we dropped a lot of divine orbs, and that's like 17 per 50 maps. I think that's a little bit above the average, which could fuel up this profits a bit. And there is also like a strangle gasp drop, but it was pretty cheap back then. And something that I only noticed after testing, a few more strategies is that Exilence Next got some update, which is actually making it worse. We can no longer see Val Temple maps, and I did not write it down in here. So maybe for the next league I will try to use POE stack and see if that works better for me. For now I have everything set up for Exilence Next. I don't want to waste time to deal with the technical stuff. I will maybe deal with it by the end of the league and start something else next league. So it is what it is from now on, and for this league Val Temple map will be in our extra loot that is not picked by Exilence Next. And this is how I'm going to proceed. So just to discuss these results. So one thing I can see is that there are some lucky runs like those two, which are a bit over an average, I'd say. And yeah, that's fine, of course. Then you need to realize there will be some runs that are a bit beneath the average, right? So I'd say like 500C plus and minus from our real average is what you should expect. And I think that those strategies are the single golden oil strategies produce around this amount of loot on average. Like you should expect like 1700 chaos of raw profit per maps, right? And I think that's fair to assume. So that's around 10 divines per hour. That's my guess. This is something you can expect. Maybe it's 9 divines, but I think you will get something between 8 and 11 or 12 per session, right? So if you run like me in sessions per 10 map, you should expect from 8 to 12 divines of raw profit. The average is somewhere between 9 and 10, I think, but it's really hard to tell as the economy is not yet, let's say, settled. It still grows, it still changes. The stacked decks are more expensive with every day. The Voidborn keys will be more expensive every day, and the same with the bubblegum currency, like the scores, annual orbs, exalted orbs, and all the stuff is getting a bit more expensive because you can do more with it in the end game. So yeah, I think overall we are going to have similar results to the previous week, although we still need to figure out whether the double golden oil is profitable. So I ran like one session, so there's not much to say about it. I would say it was not really recommended to do early on, because even if you see this session, which wasn't like super bad but wasn't like super great, we dropped 2 divine orbs, we dropped Voidborn keys, but in the previous league this strategy was really good because the divine orb was much more expensive, like I don't know, 50% more at least. I mean, at least, yeah, by the time when I tested the double golden oil, it was like 250, 270, so yeah, like almost 50%. and the Voidborn key was not like 1 divine worth, but was worth 4 divines. So, you know, like this drop was equal to 4 divines. And this, let's say, this additional cost of second golden oil was really making up with those lucky drops. So early on, like even 5 or 7 days ago, there weren't many people selling golden oils, and even buying silver oils in larger bulk was pretty problematic. For this reason, this double golden oil was not easy to test, because it's hard to get that sum of like 10 divines worth oils session after session. So yeah, you need to sell your loot. It was not really a good time to test it, right? And I think this strategy might be the best again, but maybe in the following week, or maybe it is already now. But the difference between this profit and what you can expect in here is not worth buying like twice as much golden oils and, you know, just selling your loot, buying oils and getting like 100 C per hour more. I think it doesn't matter at this point, but I think the difference will be bigger as, you know, as we go. I mean, as the league progresses, right? So maybe in a week, maybe in 2 weeks, the difference will be already visible, and, you know, we will never look back to single golden oil strategies. But for now, I just test this casually. So I run few single golden oil strategies, like with double black oil, with a combination of black oil and opal oil. I'm trying to get the average. I don't think it really matters that much. It's maybe a few percent better or worse in best case scenario. So also there are like few more things, you know, like the changing price of divine orbs. So it's really hard to compare right now before I do a lot of runs and I normalize my costs. I see the drop rates, but even then I'm not sure if 50 maps is like enough sample to, you know, get rid of statistical errors. So yeah, take this more of a, you know, way to, you know, somehow customize your experience, trying different things. Yeah, but to be honest, whether you go like double opal oil, black or black opal, it doesn't matter. You can go with any strat. It should give you around 1700 on average. But there are some sessions, it happened to me twice, like you can see in here, where you drop like 43 you know, where you drop like 43 hundreds of K, where you drop like 4300 of chaos, right? Or like where did I have it? Right, or like in here where you drop like 4200 of chaos. So yeah, those lucky sessions, I think, drive the long-term income, and this is what we aim for. So you will be getting like these sessions. If you are unlucky, you might be getting maybe this, maybe this if you are, let's say, a little bit over the average lucky, but then you will hit the jackpot and, you know, get like double of what you normally do. And yeah, in the long run, it drives the income. It helps you get your mage blood. It helps you, I don't know, do fun stuff with the currency. So I guess the real, let's say, value of this video and my message to you is that no matter which version you choose, you can play with different combinations. Use golden, triple silver and triple teal oil, right? So that's what worked for me and for others, and I believe it's optimal. Yeah, I tested mostly triple teal oil strategies, and if you are interested in non-teal oil strategies, I had some data in the previous league, but yeah, but no, I'm not sure if I'm going to test it anytime soon. So because it's quite boring, right? So you can refer to this data. It sometimes it's better, sometimes it's similar. So yeah, so I'm not sure if it's I mean, it's definitely worse, but the question is how much worse. So yeah, I think that last league I spent enough time to prove that teal oil is actually the most important oil in our maximizing income strategies, and without it you go down to like 5-6 divines per hour, and that's not that much different from normal blights. So I'm not sure if it's really worth the effort of running ravaged maps, risking a lot of currency because you play with golden oil as well. Or like in here, right? So our costs are like crazy with 9 oils because golden oil is expensive, silver oil is expensive, opal oil is also cost something. So if you top around, I don't know, like you can see in here, that's a shit ton of loot, that's a shit ton of clicks. So you really have a lot of items to pick up. You spend way more time to do it, and then when you really look at numbers of your work per hour, it's like 6 divines. Maybe you can get 7, but I think that non-teal oils have no chance to go beyond 10 or even hit 10 divines per hour. So yeah, I think it's confusing for some, because some people think that the more you I mean, they don't see the cost of map, so they just see the loot. So if the map drops more loot, it must be more profitable, which is not true, right? What we really care is how much time we had to spend to play it, and how much loot we have, and the profit per hour is really our important variable in here. So yeah, not to make it too long, I will make other strategy videos. Maybe we will test at some point non-teal oil strategy, but I don't really recommend it. So yeah, I think that you can refer to my build guides on my channel to clear this strategy. I was able to do so in around 30 divines budget with comfort. The first maps that I was able to clear was at 10 divine orbs budget. So I think it's possible, especially that the moment you spend your 30 divines, you jump straight to these profits, right? So I think for now this is unlucky, this will go up. This is maybe too much. I think it's not that good, but remember we dropped strangle gasp, so that's also like extra. And the more realistic number is like here 9. Sorry, this one. Yeah, this one is also good, but remember that I had this very lucky session, so I think this will go down a bit. So yeah, you will get something between, and I hope this helps you, achieving your league goals. And remember, subscribe, join our Discord, and ask me any question if you need help. So thank you for watching, and cheers, bye.